That could be the reason. All right, very, very nice. Okay. Now, uh, as soon as you log into the machine, so it is recommended that and you should go and change the password. Okay, because you should not depend on the keys. It is not a good idea to go and depend on the keys. So key is for the first time login. So once you are connected, once you are logged in onto the server, you should go and use or change your own password, or make this machine part of the Active Directory or the centralized authentication. You can configure an Active Directory or single sign-on so that you're not dependent on the password anymore. In case if you're going to be going and losing the password key, okay, the key which you have created and downloaded, there is no way you can actually go and download or regenerate the key again. You need to follow the Windows recovery method to get into the Windows. Okay, so what we are going to go and do is we are going to change the password for this machine. Okay, so we do not have to depend on the key anymore. So there are multiple ways you can go and change the password on the Windows machine or on the Windows server. What I choose is I go to Start button and then I go to Settings. And that is where we have one more option called Accounts. And on the left hand side, we have another sub option called Sign In Options. All right. And that is where we have an option to go and change the password. Okay, we'll go and click on this change button. It is going to ask us the existing password and then gonna allow us to go and choose the new one. Okay. All right. I'm gonna click on change. It's gonna go and ask me what my current password is. I believe the current password is there in my clipboard. I will simply say Control V, and looks like it is there. If you don't have in the clipboard, please go back to that screen and retrieve the password and then provide the password here. Okay, you can get your password one more time and use this password. What is the password you're getting here? Okay, I provided this existing password and my existing password is good, and I'm all good to go and choose my own custom password. Okay, so whatever the password you're going to be going and choosing, make a note of it because we need to go and use that later. Okay, note it down and just finish changing the password. Okay, it says the one which I have given does not meet the password policy requirement. I need to go and choose the one which is more complex. So let me give the more complex one. Okay, hopefully it is gonna be good now. All right, it got changed now. Okay, Sorry. Oh yes, Vijay. The IP address if you want to use is a public IP which you need to use for connecting. Okay, that is correct. So DNS is FQDN. Yep, that is also right. Okay. So now we have changed the password and we can actually go and connect to this machine with our own custom password. Okay. Right now we actually do not have any kind of a service which is running here on this machine. So if I go and select this machine, if I go back here to the instances, and if I select this machine is gonna give you a public IP address of it. Okay, there's a public IP address given to you. We will copy this public IP address. Okay, we will copy this one and we will go and try to do a browser check. In the browser check, we will open a new window and then we will go and add this IP over there and hit enter. So we are actually going to be trying to use the web services from this server. But right now, we actually do not have any kind of a web services running over here. It is just a standard plain Windows operating system given to us. Okay, and we do have a full control on this particular machine. We can actually go ahead and do whatever we feel like. We can install any application on it. We can install any database on it. We can do the any configuration whichever we like. Okay, so it's up to us that how we wish to go and use it. So what we are gonna go and do is we are gonna be going and trying to install a web service on it. Okay, we are going to be going and making this particular web server as a web server so that we can create our own website on it. So I do have a quick link here for you, which is going to be guiding us that how we can go and install the web server on it. Okay, I'm going to be going and using an option here with the PowerShell, and this is the command which is going to be required for us to do the installation. I will go back onto the remote server which we have. And I'm going to be going and trying to open the PowerShell terminal here. So once you click on the start button, that is where the PowerShell terminal is going to be available for you. Okay. So AWS does not provide these services like web services, etc. Oh yeah, we do have those services. Okay, we'll show you. But right now, we are actually trying to customize PowerShell look like. I'm just going to go and change the font size so that you will be able to read that better. Okay. Now I'm simply going to go and run that script. Okay, and that script is going to help me do the installation of the PowerShell on the PowerShell for my website. Oh, why these machines are slow? Oh, because we have chosen a micro server, right? And micro is having only one CPU and a 1 gig of RAM. That's it. Okay, very limited resources over here. That's the reason. All right. Oh, from where to get the IP? Don't worry, we'll show you in a while. Okay, once you select the machine uh, on here, once you select the machine, that is where in the details you will have the IP given to you. All right, very nice. So let's go ahead and do the installation here. I'm simply gonna go and hit the enter, and it's gonna go and start doing the installation automatically. Oh, very nice. You are done here. Okay, why we're installing this IIS web server? So we are installing Ravi, this web server is because we don't have any kind of a services running here on this Windows server. Okay, just the plain Windows server right now. We actually want to go and consume services. We want to go and have some application running on it. And we are trying to install the web application so that we can look at that how in AWS we can actually go and make our application as a highly available application and how we can have our own customization done on this virtual machine so that once we bake or create our own custom image, that custom image can be used to build multiple similar kind of servers.